Hello, welcome back. My name is Annick, your favorite nutritionist, author, wellness coach, personal trainer, here to give you the best advice you need relative to technology. If you're into AI and tech and how it fits into those topics I just spoke about, you're in the right place. So stick around. Our conversation today is going to be about the new wave of beauty tech, the wellness tech angle. Today we have AI skin scanners that can recommend superfood-based regimens. I'm not sure how it's rolling out yet, but I feel that's a great direction for technology to move. So let's dive into it together. I will read from my blog that I wrote, and you can stick around if you're interested to hear me read to you. All right, so from skin serums to spa treatments, how blueberries are driving a new wave of beauty tech. Let's click it. My website is www.mygreenbalance.com. You can find more of my writing there of topics I've put together over the past 5 to 6 years. Okay, I put together some of the best topics you would want to know, whether you're a beginner in wellness or you're making your way up to advanced. Today, I want to talk about a quiet shift happening in beauty and wellness, one that most people, if you're not paying attention, are missing. Because the future of beauty isn't louder, shinier, more voluminous with silicone and all these jobs. And it's not more complicated, it's smarter. And surprisingly, it starts with blueberries. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not against filler, Botox, microbotox, and any of these treatments. I do believe everything in small, neat proportion is always beautiful. There is an interesting idea to consider where too much might be too much. So you want to find that nice edge to stay on for long-term happiness. And so you still recognize yourself when you look in the mirror. Blueberries are no longer just a superfood for brain health or longevity. They're becoming a foundational ingredient in the next generation beauty, from skin serums to AI-powered wellness diagnostics. And we love blueberries not only in our smoothies or as a morning treat, and blueberry juice, blueberries and juices, blueberry flavored, anything always smells good. You will find Burt's Bees chapsticks, blueberry. Like there's so many wellness beauty products on the market that have blueberries as a flavor, and I am a total fan. I love blueberries. So why? Well, blueberries are rich in anthocyanins, which are powerful antioxidants that protect skin cells from inflammation, pollution, and premature aging. They support collagen, improve circulation, and help regulate oxidative stress at a cellular level. That's the job of antioxidants, basically. This means beauty is no longer just something you apply, it's something you optimize. We also are aware of frequencies and music that can rewire our internal DNA and cellular systems and structures to allow for glow, for example, a glowing effect for beauty. When we did research, we learned that many of the 8 billion people in the world would like to be thinner, richer, and more beautiful. This means that this is where wellness tech comes in, and it's something you can optimize here with me as your coach. Advanced AI scanners can now analyze hydration, pigmentation, inflammation, and early signs of collagen breakdown, giving real-time insight into what your skin actually needs. Now, many people in the world have some sort of complaint when it comes to their skin, whether it's wrinkles, whether it's uh, pigmentation, whether it's moles, age spots, skin spots. There are just so many concerns that people have about their skin. There's birthmarks, there are all sorts of eczema, psoriasis. And this is a room for the market. And then there are people who have breakouts, there are people who have dry skin, there are people who have uh, just skin that ages really strong with like heavy, heavy wrinkles. And the thing is, technology, there's room for technology in the pharmaceutical industry to go into solutions for the market that are needs that people will buy. The problem is the market is so saturated with so many products, it would actually be a good idea to have real evidence and research based on all of the products, including the technology, for everybody to be able to say, look, this works, this doesn't, this works, this doesn't, or this works for this type of person and this type of condition. This does not work for this type of condition. And also there's laser hair removal treatment. So there's all of these components around skin, hair, and beauty in the beauty industry. And then there's also the concept of cellulite and stretch marks and people who complain about these sorts of stressors. I had a friend growing up once who kind of grew up with a lot of cellulite on her stomach. And she said, this is just the way I am. And I was like, no, 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 don't say that. And then I said, let me work with you for like 2 years. So I worked with her for 2 years. And we literally got her abs. And the cellulite was gone. So when it comes to the application of diet for conditions that you may not consider being a gap in the market to capitalize on, as I mentioned this, like I would love to profit from all of these experiments, given the fact that solutions come about that work and work long term, because of 8 billion people, most people have a concern or something they want to improve. And then there's the concept of balding and hair, and the concept that many people's hair are falling out. And does diet play a role in that? Can diet slow down hair loss and premature balding? Are there products on the market that really do work? Wouldn't you want to know if you were to spend your money on a product? Wouldn't you want to know this product works for sure, I'm buying it? I mean, personally, as a consumer, that's how I purchase products. Otherwise, I don't purchase anything. For example, if I read an ingredient label and I'm looking for a vegan gluten-free pizza and I see the ingredients of a vegan gluten-free pizza and it looks good and I agree with it and I buy it, and then I'm like, yeah, that's a good product. The pizza sticks together. It has a good sticky feel. It's different to the normal processed pizzas that consume a lot of chemicals. And it's also different to the stone oven normal pizzas that are Italian style. However, for people like me who are allergic to dairy, we cannot consume those normal pizzas. So I'm not saying dairy is bad. I'm saying that some bodies do better with it than others. And that's okay, because we realize that in the world of personalized wellness, using technology and AI systems can even say, hey, this is a good product for your personal blood, of what your blood could digest in the terms of enzymes or molecules, and use these nutrients efficiently to help metabolize and make your body function better. Or, you know, that sort of stuff. So that's all good, and especially inflammation. We're in the day and age where inflammation is the root cause of like almost every condition. Most humans are in a state of inflammation, whether it's joints, don't forget about arthritis, And don't forget about swollen ankles. That's all circulatory sickness. And that is a component of inflammation, which means that the arteries in the blood are indeed clogged and do require foods like extra fiber, blueberries, smoothies, and nutritional guidance to reduce that inflammation. And yes, red light therapy does work. And we do see today that there are a lot of biometric red light therapy with lasers. There are chambers that you could sit in and meditate, float tanks that do help with the physiology of the human body today. And that is where people are beginning to invest more so than material junk products that do not work. We all want products that work, that have great quality. There is nothing worse than spending money on something that does not give you the outcome you desire. Nothing worse than that. Because it feels almost like you've been robbed when you invest and you work hard and you purchase a product thinking it's going to give you a result and it doesn't. And that's why I lose respect for any sort of, okay, it's not consumer, it's, I guess, creative manufacturer, because you want to have a product that works for whatever you want. Otherwise, don't put it on the market. You know? What's the point of that? I mean, I get it if you want to just have like scammy products and just profit off of cheap things and sell stuff. But ideally, you want a little more integrity than that when creating a product. Do it properly. At least that's my standard. And what kind of standard I prefer to buy for my experience as a human. And a lot of the people I speak to as well prefer that kind of purchasing consumer experience than any other experience. Because when you have the facts and you have a label to read and you can see clearly, and then you could decide, do I want to buy this product or not? Do I want to waste my time and energy on a product that will not work? Or is it going to be something that will work? Instead of guessing, the technology recommends targeted regimens, often centered around superfoods like blueberries, both topically and internally. I love that component because you want products for the internal system, whether that's through supplements, the blueberries consumption. Topically means like you put it on your body. And this is indeed precision wellness. Luxury spas are also evolving. Blueberry-based treatments are being paired with red light therapy, nervous system regulation, and biofeedback, turning spa experiences into measurable recovery protocols. All humans work hard. All bodies go through stress through our day-to-day work in the real world. That means all humans require time to do these recovery protocols. We also came across the technology of Brain Tap, where it is a meditation headphone device that helps people calm down and go into that visualization space after being cluttered with the hustle and bustle of big city life or living in large countries. I mean, we come from a small island of 1.4 million people, but I can only imagine, when you're in your bigger countries, it's a lot more going on. Okay, so at Migraine Balance, where that meditation routine would probably be good for you to do that. At Migraine Balance, this is exactly the direction we believe elite wellness is going. So not trends, not excess, but intelligent, personalized systems that restore balance inside and out. Blueberry-based beauty isn't just about looking younger, because yes, it is. It is about functioning better. And in the next era of wellness, the real definition, that is the real definition of luxury. So I'll give you an example. You'd be surprised to hear one travel that I went to in Orlando. I went to spend time with some of the most elite wellness doctors in the world who work with all the celebrities and professional athletes to make sure that they perform at high levels, like chiropractors, different doctors, and they test you and they get like your brain work and your blood work and they get all of this data. And you'd be surprised that I'm born in 1993, so I am termed at an age of 32 years old. But when I do these tests, my diet plays such a role in preserving my body that all of my data shows up as if I'm 25 years old. And this to me is what it's all about. And I don't really spend time explaining that to people why I'm so strict because it's something I promised to myself when I was young that that's just the woman I want to be for the rest of my life. And I was pleasantly surprised because that makes me happy. So I invite you to consider working with nutritionists as well, like myself. You can subscribe to my channel. You can hire me as a coach. I love being paid a lot of money to do my job, and I am really good at it. And I give the best recommendations. So you could check out all of my referrals and testimonials on my website. I love transforming. If you want to transform from within, just remember, book a session and we can always work adding some years onto your life. You know, you never know the power of food for cell rejuvenation. It's really exciting. It's a whole exciting world of science and I would love to share it with you. But it is exclusive and it is VIP. So you have to be a member and subscribe or book private sessions or private group sessions with your family so that you really can get the right access to information and technology that will change your life for the better and possibly even add on some quality years to your life. Because you'll be surprised that since when growing up to when we're 10 years old, our bodies are storing our diet since then, that you start building cholesterol and plaque in your arteries as a child that develops over time. And to reverse that, it takes a mindset. It's possible if you're into that. We could always talk more about it if you want to. And that is the direction where we believe elite wellness is going. So whether you're a beginner, I know exactly where to start you off, but you might want to go to that next level, and I can also take you there if you desire. And it is about functioning better. So at my Green Balance, as an elite forward-thinking wellness members club, that we do invite paid subscriptions as well. So you could support our community, watch us grow. We are growing. And if you love our work, it would mean so much to us for you to contribute. So we could keep doing what we do and coming lovely to support you and educate you so that you add more years onto your life and you understand the value of such an impactful return of an investment, because that's usually the best part when my clients are like, wow, like you've transformed my life. Thank you so much. It's usually so rewarding and it's something unforgettable. It truly, truly is. And all my clients end up making way more money and being way healthier and having better relationships, and their kids go to like elite schools like Cambridge. And I mean, watching the people I've worked with and the impacts and whoever has invested into my Green Balance as a brand is really phenomenal. Really phenomenal. So I invite you to join and ask questions and see how best you could go to the next level and how I could be of service to you. The superfood powering the next wave of wellness tech, we stick with our blueberries. In the evolving world of beauty and wellness, A quiet shift is taking place, one that favors intelligence over excess, precision over trends, and nourishment over disguise. At the center of this shift sits an unassuming superfruit, blueberries. I'm excited in this suit right now because I just love gold, black and gold finishings. I feel kind of like just extra. Reminds me of when I used to train mixed martial arts, but also a bit like Huntrix and K-pop. Anyway, that's me having fun. All this science, I gotta keep you entertained. Once praised primarily for cognitive health and anti-aging nutrition, blueberries are now redefining beauty from the inside out. From antioxidant-rich skin serums, AI-powered spa diagnostics. That's where I really see AI in diagnostics and data assimilation, accumulation, and assimilation. Blueberry-based beauty is emerging as the next generation, as a cornerstone in wellness technology. And elite wellness is rooted in data, discernment, and nature-led innovation. Why blueberries? The science of skin intelligence. Blueberries are one of the most potent antioxidant-rich foods on the planet. I remember in university when we tested for antioxidants, green tea was also really high up there. I always, as a nutritionist, I recommend green tea should be in your monthly routine. Straightforward. Like I will always say, make sure you have green tea in your diet, similar for the antioxidant profile. But blueberries is good too. Their deep indigo hue signals a high concentration of anthocyanins, the bioactive compounds proven to neutralize free radicals that accelerate skin aging, reduce inflammation at a cellular level, support collagen integrity and elasticity, improve microcirculation, enhancing skin clarity and tone. In skincare formulations, blueberry extract acts as cellular shields, protecting the skin from pollution, UV stress, and oxidative damage. In indigestible wellness protocols, they work systemically. I feel like investigating the contrast of the words systematically and systemically. Anyway, I'll do that after. Supporting skin health through gut, liver, and hormonal balance. True beauty, after all, is not applied, it's regulated. All right, from botanical to biometric, blueberries meet beauty tech. The true evolution of blueberry-based beauty lies in its integration with wellness technology. Today's most advanced clinics and private wellness clubs are deploying AI skin scanners capable of analyzing skin hydration levels, inflammatory markers, pigmentation patterns, early collagen breakdown, environmental damage exposure. And this is important if you holiday a lot and you're in the sun. The sun ages like you have no idea. That was actually one of the reasons why I was very happy and comfortable to move out of Barbados and live an indoor life in Trinidad, where I try to block out the sun as much as possible, even though that could have vitamin D impacts because the sun ages skin and you end up getting sunspots if you don't wear enough SPF. So we always recommend lots of SPF, but still you want to have the scanners to tell you, are you vacationing and spending too much time in the sun, where when you are older and you're aging, that the sun is destroying your aging process. So these scanners generate real in-time skin profiles, allowing practitioners and increasingly individuals to receive personalized superfood-based regimens. Imagine AI diagnostic revealing oxidative stress patterns in your skin and recommending a protocol that includes, I would say tech. I would say I hope it would include tech, like a lot of like, well, I guess not even not tech, but for example, the cryotherapy mask. Would you consider that tech? Or would you just consider that a device? Because imagine if that can hook up to your phone and then you can program it with different like light therapies more so than just the device. That's my mind is going on a whole other level there. But yeah, I mean, blueberry derived topical serums, polyphenol rich nutritional blends, lifestyle adjusted, aligned with circadian rhythm and stress markers. So it's not just cosmetic enhancement, it is biological optimization. And that would fall into the category of biohacking also. The rise of superfood-driven spa experiences. Luxury spas are also reimagining treatment rooms as data-informed sanctuaries. Blueberry-based facials, wraps, and infusion therapies are being paired with red light therapy to enhance cellular repair. And laser treatments are also great for injuries. A lot of people train hard and then need laser to relaxing muscles. Those massage guns are so good. And is that a piece of technology or is it a device? You know, it's good because that's a good product. That's an example of a great product. Great product we could recommend. We know it works. And then you want to not only have great products, you want to know what brand. What brand is making the best product? Because you don't want to just recommend buy a protein powder, right? Because if I said to you, go and buy a protein powder, would you be confused when you saw a whole shelf of protein powders without an expert recommending as a beginner? I feel like you may. But if I said the brand Orgain is such an incredible brand, from a nutritionist perspective, go and buy a collagen or a plant-based protein powder from the brand Orgain that you may really enjoy the flavor of vanilla or whatever your favorite flavor is. At least you know it comes with a proper recommendation on research, tasted, tested, tried. And that is an example of taking a product to a consumer who wants to buy that product, but is so confused because on the shelf has no idea the difference between whey protein, creatine, vegan protein, collagen, protein powder, superfood protein powder, rice-based protein powder, beef collagen, marine collagen, chicken collagen, bovine collagen. So, do you understand where this is going? The concept I'm trying to explain to you is how do you translate this style that I've just described into every single product on the market to match consumer to ideal product purchase. Now, I would never recommend something that I haven't tested, tried, and researched and got all the data for personally. I never have, and I've held myself to that standard as a professional since day one, since I started my practice. So that's the expectation I personally have. If I'm going to a consultant or a coach or to a shop, and I come to your store and I say, hey, I would like to buy a product, and you can't give me directions or a recommended product to satisfy my need or want or desire, I look at you like, what? Why should I even come back to this store? Like, that's how personally I feel based on how I coach. Now, you might have a totally different experience. You might have a list of experts that always give you the best recommendations. You have the best products. You have everything you need. And that's great. That's where you want to be in life. And I agree with that because there's nothing worse. Agree or disagree? There's nothing worse than what I just expressed, right? Agree or disagree, right? Okay, cool, cool, cool. At least we're on the same page. All right. So Red light therapy to enhance cellular repair, cryo or contrast treatments to stimulate the circulation. I really also like the Avicen. Avicen is a home hand circulation device. You put your hand in, and then basically what it does is it sends like new circulation through your entire body, which can help to transform a lot of your blood vessels into working for you and clearing out a lot of that debris, which in turn gives you less inflammation. Okay? The result is a multi-sensory experience where beauty is measured not just by appearance, but by recovery, speed, skin resilience, and energetic balance. This is the future of spa culture, where indulgence meets intelligence. Migraine balance, where elite wellness becomes personal. At Migraine Balance, blueberry-based beauty reflects our core philosophy. Wellness should be personalized. Well, I agree with prescriptive, to be honest. I know it says here not prescriptive, but I think it should be prescriptive. It should be personalized and prescriptive, if you ask my opinion. And it should also include a mix of pharmaceuticals and also natural products. And also, the pharmaceuticals may even be able to have better professionals within those spaces that everybody goes to pharmacies to make recommendations for people. Because why not guide your consumer to the product they require? Why not? Please. Okay, so luxury should be intelligent, not excessive. It could be excessive. I do not hate on anybody who wants to be excessive. If it's neat and organized and you want like 10 mansions and however many super yachts and your planes and everything is neat and organized and you're not hoarding and you're buying quality purchases, I'm not gonna be like, don't be excessive. Like I would do it if it was in my power and vicinity, I would. I'm not gonna say that. But what you don't want to do is buy a lot of stuff that you don't use, that just sits there doing nothing. It doesn't bring you joy. It doesn't help your health. It doesn't do anything but just accumulate clutter and dust. And that's the worst. That's what you want to avoid for sure. There's nothing worse than that, in my opinion. Each to their own. No judgment. Beauty should be restorative, not extractive. And I agree with that. 1000%. As a members only wellness ecosystem, Migraine Balance is designed for individuals who understand that longevity, clarity, and presence are some of the ultimate status symbols. We do very much respect normal protocols like diplomacy, diplomatic passports, VIP treatment. Yeah, we definitely red carpet rollouts. We see that definitely as status symbols. Uh, However, longevity is also, and members clubs also status symbols. Also, titles like being an author. We respect that. We respect doctors. We respect lawyers. We love those as status symbols. I think those are great status symbols. Status symbols of marriage. Great status symbol. Excellent status symbol. Blueberries are not the hero because they're popular. They're the hero because they work quietly, consistently, and systemically. And in a world of overstimulation, that is the most elite beauty of all. I hope you enjoy my dramatic read. I loved it. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do this all year. I'm excited. Okay, so if you love this, you learn a lot, you feel inspired, motivated to get more into being a conscious consumer, consuming more of the products you actually want instead of just products that are there that like nobody wants to waste their time on products that have no value add, right? Because who would want to do that? Who would want to do that? Gosh, the thing is, Zoom is deciding to play with my videos so much that it's really upsetting me, these automatic Zoom things. You know, that's supposed to be my finale, my closer. And look what look at it does to my closer. I can't even control it. It's like automatic moving all over the place. Can you imagine? Man, it's blurry. It's not even in HD. So I guess it's just the warm-up stage for my future because I've designed to make this last for the rest of my life. So I guess if I never do get married, it'll just be me and you in my office every month, chatting, vlogging, and anti-aging. But I don't know if I mind that much, if I'm being honest. I'm just kidding. I do mind, obviously. I do mind. Yes, yes, yes. But look at this cute bow. So I put a cute bow in my head. That's the thing. Like I put on this cute bow to show you, and I can't even show you because of the video. This bow is so cute. And the video is just not being like working to my demand, and I don't like that. So Zoom, who is behind your tech right now? Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Happy anti-aging. Enjoy your blueberries, and see you in the next one.